Throughout humanity's eternal journey in search of understanding and meaning, one essential question echoes across ages and civilizations. What is the secret of life? It is a question that has not been answered with a single truth, but rather with a rich diversity of visions, shaped by religions, philosophies, and spiritual paths. Among these, Buddhism stands out as one of the most contemplative and profound approaches to this question. At the heart of the Buddha's teachings lie the Four Noble Truths, not as rigid dogmas, but as a roadmap for understanding the nature of existence, human suffering, and the possibility of liberation. These truths are not merely reflections on pain, but keys to unlocking life's mysteries and approaching the essence of inner peace and enlightenment. By contemplating these truths, we can take a step closer to discovering that secret which has long puzzled humankind, not as a fact to memorize, but as a wisdom to be lived. Let us begin this journey together, from suffering to understanding, and from understanding to liberation. The first noble truth, dukkha, the truth of suffering. The first noble truth in Buddhism is called dukkha, often translated as suffering, unsatisfactoriness, or stress. It teaches that suffering is an inescapable part of life. This doesn't mean that life is only pain or misery, but rather that even in moments of joy or comfort, there is an underlying impermanence, a sense that things change, fade, or end. We suffer when we lose what we love, when we don't get what we want, or even when we get what we want but fear losing it. Examples of dukkha include physical pain and illness, emotional distress such as grief, anxiety, or disappointment, the general dissatisfaction that comes from chasing pleasures that never fully satisfy. Recognizing this truth is not meant to lead to pessimism, but to awaken awareness. It invites us to look honestly at life and see how clinging to fleeting things can be the root of our unease. Understanding dukkha is the first step toward breaking free from it. The second noble truth, samudaya, the truth of the origin of suffering. The second noble truth is called samudaya, which refers to the origin or cause of suffering. According to the Buddha, suffering arises from craving, in Pali, tanha, a deep, often unconscious desire or attachment. This craving comes in many forms: desire for pleasure, sensual cravings, indulgence, comfort; desire for existence, wanting things to be permanent, wanting to preserve ego or identity; desire for non-existence, wishing to avoid pain, escape discomfort, or even cease to exist. At the root of this craving is a fundamental misunderstanding of reality, believing that things are permanent and controllable, when, in truth, everything is impermanent and interconnected. Craving leads to clinging, and clinging to people, things, status, or even ideas inevitably leads to suffering when those things change, fade, or disappear. So, the second noble truth reveals a key insight. Suffering is not random. It has a cause, and that cause is within us. By recognizing the patterns of craving in our own lives, we take the first real step toward freeing ourselves from their grip. The third noble truth, nirodha, the truth of the cessation of suffering. The third noble truth is called nirodha, which means the end or cessation of suffering. It teaches that suffering is not permanent and that it is possible to put an end to suffering by eliminating its cause, craving, and attachment. This truth offers hope and liberation. By letting go of desires and attachments, one can experience a state of peace, freedom, and true happiness, often called nirvana in Buddhism. Nirodha is not about denying life or becoming numb to experience, but about freeing the mind from the endless cycle of craving and dissatisfaction. The realization of this truth means that suffering is not an eternal fate, but a condition that can be transformed. It encourages us to believe in the possibility of inner change and spiritual awakening. The fourth noble truth, Magga, the truth of the path leading to the cessation of suffering. The fourth noble truth is called Magga, which means the path or the way to end suffering. It reveals that there is a practical, achievable method to overcome suffering by following a specific path, the Noble Eightfold Path. This path is not a vague ideal, but a clear guide for living wisely, ethically, and with mental discipline. It helps us gradually let go of craving, ignorance, and harmful habits that cause suffering. The path consists of 8 interconnected elements, grouped into 3 main categories: wisdom, prajna, right view, understanding the 4 noble truths and seeing reality as it truly is; right intention, cultivating thoughts of goodwill, harmlessness, and renunciation of harmful desires. 2. Ethical conduct, sila. Right speech, speaking truthfully, kindly, and avoiding harmful words. Right action, acting in ways that are moral and non-harmful to oneself and others. Right livelihood, earning a living in a way that does not cause harm. 3. Mental discipline, samadhi. Right effort, cultivating positive states of mind and avoiding negative ones. Right mindfulness, maintaining awareness of body, feelings, mind, and phenomena, staying present in the moment. Right concentration, developing deep focus and meditative absorption. By following this path, one trains the mind and behavior, leading gradually to greater peace, clarity, and freedom from suffering. It's a balanced approach, not extreme asceticism nor indulgence, but a middle way that respects life's realities. In essence, the fourth noble truth offers a practical roadmap. Suffering can end, and happiness can be realized through mindful, ethical living and mental cultivation. In summary, the 4 noble truths reveal the essence of the Buddha's teaching about life's challenges and the path to freedom. They begin by acknowledging that suffering, dukkha, is a natural part of existence. Then, they identify craving and attachment as the root causes of this suffering. Importantly, they offer hope by teaching that suffering can end, nirodha, and provide a clear, practical path, magga, the Noble Eightfold Path, to achieve liberation. Together, these truths guide us toward a life of wisdom, compassion, and lasting peace.